This episode is brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services, Zach Miller Agency. If you're looking for an insurance agent with a personal touch, someone willing to have the real conversations about what's important to you, assistance with submitting claims, and offering quality coverage options, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Zach Miller Agency may be the place for you. Whether you need home, auto, farm, commercial, life, or health insurance, we're here for you. Check us out at agentzachmiller.com. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agriculture Insurance Company.
My next guest is an auto glass professional at Dan's Auto Glass Solutions here in Norfolk. Nick, thanks for making time to be here today.
Thanks for inviting me.
No problem. I've kind of been wanting to invite you for a while, and I just kept forgetting about it.
Oh, man.
I'm Zach Miller with my co-host, Vance Neidig.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
We are touching base with Nic Young today. Are you originally from the area, Nick?
From Battle Creek.
Battle Creek?
Yep.
Born and raised?
Yep.
Still live there now?
No.
No?
Live in Norfolk.
Do you live in Norfolk?
Yep.
Do you go to Battle Creek High School then?
I did.
How was? Oh, go ahead.
I graduated in 2011.
2011?
Yep.
You're still a young one.
I know.
Good and old.
I'm over the 30s, though.
Yeah, I guess you did hit that. That makes me even older.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
How was your high school experience?
It's just high school.
Yeah.
I didn't do, the only thing I did in sports was wrestling.
Oh, yeah. I kind of forgot you were a wrestler.
Yeah.
How was that? Pretty good at it?
Yeah. That was the one thing I was actually good at.
Did you go to state or anything?
I went to state two times or three times.
Probably move it. There you go.
Yeah,
You can move it towards it if you want.
Yeah, I can't remember if I went three times.
Two
I think
state?
I think I went two times, and then I went to Disney duels
Oh.
twice. But yeah,
How was that experience?
it was actually pretty cool.
Is that
I
in
learned
Florida?
I learned a lot doing the Disney duels. My first time I went, I was like a sophomore going into a junior, and I didn't even make state. But my buddy Carl Bonner, he talked him into letting me go, and I felt like I increased my ability and things that I learned on the mat down there, and it made me a better wrestler.
I'm sure the competition was
It's
a lot higher, so
a
you
lot
kind of
higher.
had to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't win a lot down there, but I definitely learned.
That's good. Sometimes it's better to learn than to win all the time. A lot of those guys that win all the time in high school or college end up not making it to the next level very well. So
Right.
That's good.
Was that kind of the beginning of the resurgence of the Battle Creek program? Like right around that time, 2011, 2010, 2009?
Well, yeah, it's around the. I feel like right around where like Carl, because he was a
pretty good wrestler.
He was a pretty
yeah.
good wrestler, and right there's like a good youth coming into the high school, and it just kept getting
building.
bigger and bigger. And now look at them.
Yep, they're pretty good now.
They are.
They've got a powerhouse going on pretty
They
good
do.
right now for a wrestling program.
I thought we were
Both men and women, or boys and girls.
right. I thought we were a powerhouse, and now I see them. It's just like wow.
It's crazy to see. So both my kids wrestled this year for the first time, and all the Battle Creek kids, even all the way down to Declan's age, are just wild.
Yeah.
They're so far above
They start them
the
young.
rest of the class.
They really start them young. I think I started in club wrestling. I was a third grader.
Really?
Yeah, and I had to really get my dad to let me do it because I don't think he was gonna let me.
Yeah.
So back in the day, they had a huge club program when I was in it, and
Yeah.
I did it, and it was pretty big. It kind of rivaled Norfolk Catholic's club program, Madison's club program, stuff like that. It was a really good program, but then it seemed like when we got to high school, all that group of guys, none of us really kept going in it
Right.
for a long period of time. There's like from the early 2000s or late 90s to basically late 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much there, and then all of a sudden it just blew up.
Right.
So,
And I don't know what happened, but Madison was always like our big rival. Like
Yeah.
they're good.
They've had a good wrestling team too, right? Over the years.
yeah,
Madison.
Madison. Back when I was younger, it was Madison Catholic, and then Battle Creek or
Yep.
whatever is kind of where
Now
it
they're
was.
starting them at like 3 years old. Some of
Really?
these kids, yeah.
Mhm.
That's wild.
That's what I heard at
Pretty
all
much
these meets.
Anytime like young preschool, you can start doing the wrestling.
That means it's like already second nature by the time they're like 6 or 7
Yeah.
years old. That's why
Which
they're
makes it really bad
more
for these the kids that are just starting at that
Yeah, like
age, you're
Declan.
like, this is not fun.
Declan's
Like,
out there just trying to like lay around on the mat,
Learn.
and he's getting
Yeah.
smoked. I'm like, this is 6-year-old wrestling. This is pre-K wrestling right here.
And then you got the kid with the mohawk or something, acting like he's ready.
Yep. Yeah, it's wild. They're just sitting there jumping around like it's a freaking college meet. I'm like,
Right.
oh my God. Good luck, buddy.
And then
you got to
when he
learn
loses-
sink or swim, buddy.
Oh, that's good. So wrestling, you enjoyed wrestling,
I
obviously.
did. I honestly, if I had more time, I would try and help coach it.
You
But-
still got that much love for it, huh?
Oh yeah, I can't. I have 3 girls, so I can't get convinced. They like to wrestle around the house, but I haven't.
You haven't
They
convinced them
can't.
to do
They
it?
can't do it, huh? They
No,
don't want to.
I don't know. I
There's a
think
lot
it's
of
more
good
the
female
wife.
wrestlers.
Oh yeah.
The wife's like,
It's kind of a big scene right now.
It's
Now would be the
starting
time
to.
to do it.
Yeah,
I
the,
know.
the girls wrestling's kind of it's getting
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 big.
large.
Some
And
meets
it's
we
gonna
went
get
to,
bigger.
there was more women or more girls than boys in some of the lower divisions.
I heard Norfolk's girls wrestling team is huge.
They're good.
Yeah.
And they get a lot of girls to go out. I think they had one weight class win state this year. Pretty sure. Or came close, maybe.
I'm not quite
I don't
sure.
know. I haven't
I
really
didn't
paid attention.
I followed Batter Creeks, but I didn't follow Norfolk Highs.
I think Kreiner got like won districts or
oh really?
something.
So I didn't know that.
Anyway, wrestling's it's definitely taken over basketball around the area.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look, the Grand Island women's or girls
The
basketball team didn't even
didn't
have one.
Yeah.
And they think it's because of
The
the
wrestling.
wrestling team.
I could see it.
Yeah, I just hate going to meets.
It's a long
It's
day.
a long
It's a
day.
long
yeah.
It
day.
is a long day.
Yeah, it's
Especially if
Especially when you only have 4 or 5. Like if you are winning, you have 4 or 5. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, but you're there all day. But
Well, if
all you
you're-
get to wrestle is 4 or
if
5
you're
times.
good, you win like the first 2, and then you got to wait until the end of the day
Yeah.
to
Right.
wrestle finals.
Right.
And it's just like now you got to wait there all day until you watch the final match.
at least when we had like basketball tournaments, we could like leave and come back. With wrestling, you never know what the timing is going to be.
Yeah.
Like you have to stick around all day long.
Yeah, because each bracket could go quicker.
Yeah, it's
And the
just-
weight thing, it was something I was never going to do. Like, I think that's kind of why when I was in going into 7th, 8th, and almost freshman, I was like, I'm not going to worry about keeping a certain weight.
See,
It's
I
not
never
something
cut.
I'm going to do.
I
you probably never had to.
Well, yeah. Well, my freshman year, I think I was 100 pounds, and Carl Bonner, he's 103. I got bumped up to 112.
Oh man, that's a big difference,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And then the next year, Carl moved to 112. I got bumped up to 119.
That's funny.
So
Yeah.
I never wrestled my actual weight until I think my junior and senior year. I was just right at like 119 and 125.
People with your body type just piss me off. Preston Frosh is the same way.
Yeah.
Nick Wildman, they're all just sticks.
Oh yeah.
And it's like I eat a cheeseburger and I gained 20 pounds. It's wild. College. Did you go anywhere for college after high school?
I went to Northeast. I did the utility line.
Oh yeah.
I tried it.
How long did you stay in that program?
I did it. So I did it 1 year. I didn't make it through. So I was like, all right, maybe if I study harder, because it was the only reason I didn't study. So I was like, all right, I'll
You
try it
ended up
again.
partying at the utility lines like you were that guy?
Yeah. And then I did it the second year. I pretty much made it through. But my biggest thing was I'd work at Big Red.
Right. So
And
that
I
was
was-
the same time frame, right?
Yeah.
That's
So
what I
I was
thought.
working all these hours I could because I love money.
Oh, I remember that.
I love making money.
You were picking up shifts all the time.
Oh, yeah. Anytime I could, I'd make it.
But then you spend it.
No, I never spent, I didn't spend a lot of money.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah.
And, but I never could get up early in the morning. I struggled
Oh.
getting up, so I missed my class.
Well, yeah, you'd close at Big Red. We'd be there till
2 o'clock, 1
2
o'clock.
o'clock.
you know?
Yeah.
So I'd miss class in the morning. Well, it kept docking me points. By the end of the year, I fell below where you're supposed to pass. So I
Gotcha.
said, I'm done.
Yeah. Didn't want to try it again.
No.
Wasn't really your forte.
I wanted to take some time from college just to figure out what I even wanted to do. I
It's
did
better
learn,
than going and spending the money.
Yeah, I did learn that I was afraid of heights. That was a struggle because I kept trying to,
Force yourself to do
forced to do it. And
That might be a problem with utility. lines.
exactly. You get up on that pole and it's
You're not a
just
very
like-
good pull monkey if you can't do
and
it.
It's moving on you, and you're just like, oh man, I don't know. And then you watch other guys that slip out and they slide all the way down, and they're pulling slivers out, and I just
What'd they call that? Yoshi called it something.
I don't remember.
sliver dicks.
Is that what a sliver day? It wasn't that.
Maybe
He called it something else. Anyway, burn a pole.
burn a pole. Yeah, I don't know. I never fell, but I was always afraid.
I'm sure.
So
I would be too. I never used to be, but I can't get on my roof anymore. Even like it's that bad.
I can do that. It's just that tiny little pull and the wind's just hitting you right. It was always a struggle, but I'd rather work, honestly. So
Yeah,
I try to make the money.
yeah. So you did that for a year.
I did the utility for 2 years.
Oh, 2 years.
Yep, and then
Okay.
I went full on working.
You went straight to doing auto glass, or
No, I was working at. So I think I was working at Highland Roberts.
okay.
After that, I was working nights. So I would work nights. I'd get off at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'd go to bed. Wake up at noon. Go to Courtesy Ford, detail cars until 5.
I forgot about that too.
And then I went back home, slept, and then went in at like 10:30,
Oh
10
man.
o'clock to Highland and did it all over again.
Holy
I was trying to
cow.
make up as much money as I could. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think I wanted a car,
Yeah. Probably.
some cool car.
That's funny.
And then I quit Highland and came to Big Red.
Yeah, that's when. Okay.
Yep. And from Big Red, I worked for my dad.
How did Big Red do as far as money compared to the other two jobs for you?
Oh, I made a lot of money at Big Red.
Yeah, because you were there that was right in the thick of
When it was busy.
when we
Yeah,
were
when there was
busy.
a line at the door.
I want
I
to say it was
mean-
like right in the middle of my tenure there. Like I was
See,
already there 2 years. And
I
you came in
started,
about that
you
time.
just had a kid, your first.
Okay, so that would
And
have been 2012.
That's right when I started, because you didn't. They're like, oh, there's another manager. I haven't seen him.
Oh.
You're like off for a whole month.
Yeah, that was
'cause-
when Christian had his heart surgery.
Yep.
Yep.
And then I finally met you, and I took full reins.
Yeah, that was good. That was like the perfect time because it was like right 2 years after it opened,
Yeah.
and that was when it was just booming.
Oh yeah, I made good money.
Yeah, you didn't pick up too many lunch shifts, but
No, it was more nights.
yeah,
Weekends I would try and work a whole all day shift.
yeah, you were pulling. You avoided game days. I remember that.
Yeah.
And you pull a double on Sunday.
Yep.
And usually a double on Friday.
I tried. Well, I by the time I was there, I was there for a long time.
Mhm.
I don't honestly remember how long. I felt like at least 5,
Were you
6
there?
years.
Did I leave before you left?
No,
No,
I don't think so.
I left
no.
in 2015. So
No, I don't think so.
okay, so you were there for a few years.
Yeah, and what I would do is I would like serve, do the waiter thing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. By the time the weekend hit, I'd bartend Friday, Saturday, and
Oh
Sunday.
yeah,
Then I was on overtime
right,
plus making tips.
right. Those checks probably weren't that great though, were they?
No.
Oh, the bartending ones might have been.
I think the bartending
Because
ones.
bartenders got paid more, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think. Well, it was like $8.
That was more than a server.
Yeah, $3. I think we're making.
And if you make too much in tips, you're not even
Right.
getting a paycheck.
Right,
So.
right. I think.
Oh, you just don't claim them.
Well, if I was
Well,
doing
credit,
it right,
credit cards. You
Oh,
have
credit
to.
cards. Yeah, then you got to take those.
when I was doing it right, I think I was getting an extra $100 every paycheck or whatever.
Yeah.
So it was just accumulating in my bank account.
That's great.
So
I don't think a lot of people realize that like, you can literally get a negative. You could have to pay in
Yeah, you can
sometimes.
pay in on.
oh yeah,
It's kind of wild. Okay, so Big Red. Then you started at the auto glass.
yep. It was right around that hailstorm that hit Norfolk.
2014. No, yeah.
I'm not sure. It was the big one. I can't remember when.
That's always the one that keeps getting talked about in insurance. Is the
See,
2014?
I've been
hail.
with my dad for, I think in April I'll be with him for 11 years. So
That'd be
2014 -ish?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2014. It had to have been that one.
Yep.
I think because that's the one that hit the whole city. Like there's been
Yeah, that
Any-
was sideways hail.
yeah. Anytime I look up a policy, it's got a 14 hail claim on it.
Yep. So that was he was buried in work and he asked me to come work for him. I thought it was just going to be like a short term thing because I tried working for him a couple times.
Never do business with
father
family.
and
That's
son.
it.
It just we never agreed. But I mean, and I went in full in trying to learn the trade during
So
that
you
hailstorm.
didn't know anything yet.
Not really. I knew some of the concept, but not a lot.
None of the technical work or
No,
nothing like that.
no. I've definitely learned a lot over the years, and now I feel like sometimes I teach my old man, especially because we do so much like technology part now.
Right.
So
You probably
Like
helped
those-
kind of change that.
Yeah. I was gonna say like your technology side, like on the windshield wiper stuff, like
the cameras,
rain sensing and
the
the cameras.
the lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control that we do all.
Because you got to recalibrate now,
Yeah,
right?
we got to calibrate it.
Because now some of these windshields are costing like $5,000, depending on the vehicle, right?
Depending on the vehicle, the most I've really seen was a Dodge Raptor, and the gentleman wanted factory glass, and I think the price was almost $2,000.
That's okay.
Yeah, it just depends on the vehicle.
I just remember seeing we had a Lexus a year ago that was like $3,500.
yeah, it adds up. It really does.
Yeah.
So
Especially if it's more of a higher end model or whatever, probably more
Right,
expensive.
and
the more
then-
bells and whistles it has.
more likely it had to be factory glass. So I mean,
Yeah.
right there you're looking at a chunk of change.
Because a lot of things are aftermarket.
Yeah.
You kind of go for because it's cheaper.
It's cheaper, but I mean, when we look at it, if it breaks like stress, we're still going to warranty it.
Right.
I mean, it's going to be the same, but just depends on how much you want to pay. If you do want that emblem on the bottom, there's some guys the
Gotta have
Dodge,
it.
they got to have that Ram emblem in it.
I don't even pay attention to that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be able to tell you if mine had it or
Well,
not.
that's like the Jeeps. You can buy 2 aftermarket windows for the price of 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus. Holy cow.
Just to not have
Just
the
to have the
factory.
name on it?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So
wild.
it's just depending on how.
and they're probably made in the same factory.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm not real sure on that.
That's kind of like some of the name brand stuff and the off brand, like grocery store stuff.
Groceries
It's
for
Right.
sure.
It's the same thing in the same factory. It's just got a different brand name on it.
Yeah.
That's funny. So you ready to kind of get into some of your just like professional knowledge?
Okay.
What got you into? Well, you kind of said that, but what made you want to stay? I guess into the auto glass.
I mean, it was just the direction that I was at. I really didn't know where I wanted to go for a job. I was comfortable, starting to get comfortable working for my dad. I mean, back then we were doing, I say a busy day was like 6 or 7 windshields a day.
What's the average time on those?
I mean, now we're quick. We're pretty quick. Back then, I mean, it was just, we 2-man a lot of pretty much everything. It's just you got better quality of no leakers.
Mm-hmm.
You do 1-man, you got that chance of having a leaker or some issue.
Because it doesn't set right.
Exactly.
I used to help when I was working at my mom's dealership.
Mhm.
We did auto glass there too.
Yeah.
My uncle did, and some of the vehicles I'd have to go help him put it in. And it's kind of a weird, kind of a crazy process actually.
It is. But yeah, I can't remember where we were at.
Oh, sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're
You
fine.
were talking about 2-man in the.
Yeah, we're 2-man and everything, and we're doing. I mean, normally it takes, I'd say, me and my dad when we're together. It'd probably take us half an hour to do a window,
That's not bad
but
at
then
all.
then it has to sit for about an hour. Our glue sets up in an hour.
And it's
So,
worse if it's hot, right? Or better
It's better. Glue sets up faster
in heat.
in the heat. So you lose time. Like when you set that glue, you only got so much time to get that window in. I mean, I remember the humidity. That's a big factor. If there's a lot of humidity in the air, that window won't stick to the glass. It's setting up way too quick. I ended up having to redo a semi window once because it set up way too quick.
Wow.
They have even quicker glue, half an hour driveway time glue, and we tried it, but it was setting up way too quick.
Didn't have time to.
Yeah, we were having issues with it. And then we went back to the hour. It was just a better quality.
That's good. That's
So
good. Can you, on a very high level, walk us through just the process of replacing a windshield?
I mean, kind of pull it up. I don't on a high level.
Yeah, no, sorry, not a high level.
Low level.
Dumb level. Low
Dumb
level.
I mean, I pull it up to the shop. We rip anything we have to rip off, take the wipers off. I mean, there's different tools that we use to cut it out. I mean, we still use the old school cold knives that you cold knife around
You
the
just cold knife
glass.
around it.
Yep, we do have other tools. I mean, just a couple days ago, I had to use the string. We use a string and there's like a suction cup that goes on the inside, and you use a ratchet, and it just pulls the string.
Yep, I've seen that.
Yep, and it it pretty much cuts the glue. I wouldn't say it's quicker because it's not quick to use, but it's a cleaner way without damaging the pinch well. That's huge anymore. A lot of these vehicles do not have moldings that go over the pinch well like they used to.
Really?
Yeah. So you're trying not to damage, scratch it, do any damage to it. But I mean, you get that, then we use like a sawzall, kinda cut the bottom, and then you pull the glass, trim the glue, prime what scratches you have to so it doesn't rust, and then lay the glue, put it back together, and that's it.
It's kind of an overall decently easy process.
It can
really.
be, just as long as you know the process. There's
Right.
a lot of guys that do it process differently, and I mean, I have my way, and other people have their way, and my way works.
There you go. I mean, you guys do a good job, so
Yeah, I mean,
definitely doing it the right way.
we try. So I wouldn't say we're perfect, but we do have, I'd say we have in a year time, I probably have maybe a handful of warranties, and they're normally not because of the glue. It's because
Of the glass.
glass stress break, or it has a distortion in it, like a wave. If you look at it, you can see like a wave in it. Or recently, I seen a piece of hair in between it was in the lamination between the glass.
Really?
Yeah, I had to send the glass back.
Huh.
So during the manufacture, someone's hair fell
Fell
out.
out.
Held down
Yeah,
into it.
yeah.
That's interesting. We kind of talked about the difference between OEM and aftermarket glass, but like, what is the main difference besides having the sticker on it?
Factory. I mean, it's just factory.
Is one better than the other?
Sometimes you can tell when you lift it, it's heavier, it's thicker. But I mean, it's how I look at it. If you got a big old rock coming at you, it's still gonna break. It's still gonna crack the same.
Luckily, I haven't had too many chips ever.
That's the big thing to save in your windows. Get the chips done with the chip repair.
Yes,
That's-
get your chip repair done.
Yeah,
Don't let it.
and then don't. I mean, a lot
Spider.
of people are, oh, I got a chip. I ran it through the car wash before I brought it to you, so it's
Ugh.
clean. Well, that cold water
Yeah.
causes it to crack out. That's
Yep.
the main thing you don't want to do. Or
Yep.
defroster in the winter.
Yep. That's what happened
Oh
to me
yeah, mine
when we
spidered
replaced
everywhere.
Yeah.
I'll cross that bridge later.
Yep. It's the first thing that happened. I didn't even think about it. I think I had already called you to come do a chip repair.
Yep.
And then didn't even think about it. The next morning, I go to start the vehicle,
Turn the defroster
turn the
on.
defroster on, and I come back out, and all across, I'm like, so we're gonna have to do a full replacement now. Freaking idiot. Are there any safety risks if someone delays a windshield repair? Now that we're just talking about that.
Delays a windshield repair. Safety risks. I'd say more of inside of your vision. If it's in your vision, it's gonna bother you. It's gonna
Mhm.
distract you. That's a safety risk. I mean, that's the biggest thing, or it's gonna crack and cause more of a visible vision.
Isn't the windshield kind of a core piece of the car for structural?
I mean, I'm not quite sure.
I've heard that a few
Yeah.
times. Whereas, like, if there's a crack or some already a piece of stress on the windshield, you get in an accident, the roof's more likely to cave
Oh, I
in
guess
if
I
the
don't know.
windshield's not there,
See,
or
I'm
if it's already got like
I'm
a
not
crack
sure.
or something.
I don't have an answer for that.
Okay,
one.
well, don't take that as gospel.
Yeah.
But I have
I mean, I
heard
could
that
see
in the
it.
past.
Making sense. Like if it's already cracked, it's gonna break easier.
I mean, I do a couple. I just did a couple. I did a Peterbilt today, and I was telling my new technician, you don't want to take both windows out because if you do, it's going to be harder to get that other one in. You do one at a time because I feel like it does kind of hold the cab up,
Right.
and it won't fit right because they're roped in, and
Right.
it
Yeah.
you end up breaking them.
Yeah. I've always heard that. I think that I might have heard it back when we were doing auto glass. Is that it's structurally, it makes the vehicle structurally sound.
I mean, I can see it,
Yeah.
but
You wouldn't think that with it being
Right.
glass, but it does kind of hold. Like it's a big
mean-
opening in a.
Theoretically, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see why. It definitely doesn't. It's better to, you know what I mean? Like it's not a negative.
It's not a
to
brain
have
dead
a
conspiracy
good one.
theory.
No, it makes sense to me. I don't know that it's true or not, but I would not be surprised if that's the case.
Right. What kind of damage is repairable versus needing a full replacement?
So a lot of guys want me to do like a crack repair. I try and stay around that 6 inches. I mean, when we're doing a chip repair, all we're doing is putting a Band-Aid on it.
Right.
It's still broke. It still could crack. I mean, even if I did the chip repair, it still could crack out. There's always that possibility.
Mm-hmm. No guarantees.
There's no guarantees. We're just kind of putting a Band-Aid on it to get you by so you don't have to replace the windshield. And that's just kind of how we explain it. And if it does turn out and hold up, yay. I mean, that's good.
Right.
But it doesn't always turn out that way. And I've done a lot of crack repairs. I've done a lot of chips. And if it's in the view, like if there's a lot of glass gone, I'll tell you, I'd probably suggest getting a new window, especially if this bothers you. But if it doesn't bother you, then maybe hold off. It's kind of up to the driver and their preference.
Yeah.
So
bothers me. Even
I think
just little
technically
chips bother me.
you can get a ticket for it at a certain level.
a cracked windshield.
Yeah, they'll tell you it's like you were talking about. It's a vision thing. It disrupts your vision.
DOT hands out tickets if it's in the wiper's view. Even chips. If the chips,
Even chips?
Yep. If the chip's in the wiper, like where your wiper hits, you can get a ticket. You need to get it fixed.
Interesting.
So that's DOT for semis.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So that's about the what size of a dollar bill ish? 6 inches?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's usually what I tell my
I've done
clients.
bigger. I just choose not to.
And you're really just all you're doing is filling it in, right?
Yeah, you're drilling a hole at the end of the crack, and then you kind of just slowly work it in and keep the pressure on the crack. And that's the part you got to put pressure on it so then it may take off on you. So I'm not a big pusher for crack repairs, but if the customer really wants me to, I normally I'll try it.
That's crazy because it could just keep cracking even after. I mean,
they're in their eyes, they're gonna have to fix it anyway. So why not try?
I suppose.
So
have you ever had one where you're like, it's just a small chip and you're working on it and then it cracks?
I did one. I'd say it was like right when I first started. I made the mistake of doing it because it was way too hot. The glass was way too hot, and I started drilling it and just broke out.
Shoot.
And now that I know, and I warned the customer, so now it's just like no brainer that we don't touch it until.
What do you do in that situation if you do end up doing that? Is there any responsibility on you? Probably not. Right?
Well, as long as I warn the customer.
First.
I mean, I have to. That my job is to tell the customer what we're going to be doing and what could happen.
Right.
We're not liable if it cracks out. I mean, it's
right.
You want me to do it. It's kind of on you then.
Right.
So that's kind of the basis. As long as I do my job right of warning the customer and making it, this is how it's going to be if it breaks.
I could just see some of those degenerates wanting to get a new windshield that way.
Yeah.
You got those kind of people in the world.
You never know.
We kind of talked about technology, but how has Autoglass technology changed over the years that you've been doing it?
It's changed a lot. I mean, just with the cameras, we do a lot of cameras. We do the calibration. And every day it's different. Like our Subarus some of the Subarus takes 3 different calibrations, 2 static, 1 dynamic.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the difference there?
It's called a mono camera, and then
Okay.
you have the eyesight camera, and then the dynamic is the driving part. So I'm not quite sure what it does, but it's like a 3rd camera in there, the Subaru, that you have to do the calibration on. I've done only 1 so far. But
See, this is why people can't work on their own vehicles anymore.
And they make it that way.
I know they do.
Yeah.
I know they do. They're making it hard enough for just regular mechanics to work on vehicles. If you're not,
Well, you have to, if you can, you have to have the right scanner to even hook up to it.
Or calibrators or
Yep.
whatever. God, that's wild. What about not on the car side, but in just your industry side? Has there been some new technology that's come out to help you guys do your job?
The string.
The
cutout tools, they're definitely coming farther and farther, making it easier to take out windshields. They have like setting tools to help you set one man, but it's still not a good set. I feel like a 2-man set's always the best set because you always have that extra eye of where that glass is getting put in the glue.
Is that like the Safe Light commercials that have like the crane looking thing?
It sticks to the glass. I mean, we have the tools. We don't
Prefer to use them.
Yeah, we don't use them. It's just easier for how much glass we put in. It's easier to just 2-man everything.
Right. Well, then you can know it's getting put in
correctly
the way it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
I get that. Any other cool technology or anything?
Just the calibration.
Calibration.
And honestly, why I have you here for the insurance part.
Uh-oh.
So we keep hearing through the grapevine, through like some of our technology, it may come down to doing alignments. Car alignments before you do your calibration.
Really?
Yeah, because if that car is dogtailing,
oh yeah,
the camera's not going to work right.
Right.
My system already lets me do a pre-alignment. I could do a pre-alignment, check if it's aligned, and if it needs aligned, it may not work right, the camera.
Wow.
So
then you have to then that's going to get added in. I don't know how that's going to go.
I don't know either. They keep telling us it may be coming down, and not you, but like the higher insurance part.
Yeah.
I mean, your customer's not going to want to pay for the alignment to get done.
Right.
So they're going to try and hand that in at the same time,
right,
doing the calibration, the windshield.
Are you going to
I could see that'll never be covered by insurance because it's not.
It's a maintenance
That's
thing.
That's a normal wear and tear, and you should have your stuff aligned anyways.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
That's how it's going to go. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you said it. But
I already know. I mean, it makes sense to me. Like, why would you?
Yeah, because it could be like a normal, like just maintenance,
But-
unless it was in an accident or something.
Right, but the camera won't work correctly if it's not aligned.
Right.
So that's
which
kind
is
of
going to cause. Yeah, all this technology just needs to get out of these vehicles.
So then, that's just talk.
Yeah, they'll never cover it though.
I don't know, but
I
I
shouldn't
know.
say never, but
Yeah, I do know that
because then you're getting involved because you guys can't do that.
now. I mean,
So it'd have to go
we
to two
could
different
get the
vendors.
equipment. They sell us the equipment,
Yeah.
but I mean, you're talking more money, more investment.
That's interesting. I thought you were going to go down the path of the like the chips,
Oh no.
the tracking chips. That's where I thought you were going with all this. That they're just going to start putting them in windshields.
Oh, I don't think so.
No.
No,
Okay.
not with that.
Okay. That's where I thought you were going with.
No,
this.
I was more going with the alignment because the guys that we talk to, they say that eventually insurance may not pay for it, but eventually when you get your windshield done, you may have to get it aligned also.
Right.
And it's
Along
gonna-
with 20,000 different things.
It'll probably come down to either camera works or it doesn't work, and that's gonna
Exactly.
be on you. So your radar isn't gonna work, or your speed sense, or whatever.
Exactly.
And then you're gonna have to make that decision as a customer. You're gonna have to sign something. That says,
And we have a waiver. If you don't want it calibrated, we have like a 4-page waiver.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. Most of our customers get it all done.
Yeah.
We don't have many customers that don't do it.
You almost have to. I mean, if you want to use your stuff correctly,
And we even do like the semis. We do calibrations on semis now.
the newer
Yeah.
ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
they have that stuff on semis.
Yeah. Yep.
It's wild.
Like
that-
auto cruise, and I didn't even know they had cruise control on
That's
semis.
why you
Yeah.
won't see a whole lot of newer semis around the area because none of these drivers want to buy new semis.
I mean, Norfolk Iron Metal has them.
They do.
Yep.
They do.
That's like our big
But
customer that had,
like your private
Yeah,
drivers.
some of
owner
them,
operators.
some of them
operators.
probably, I don't know, depending on how they run. Some of them will do it, but
That's
like
just
if
what
they're
I've heard.
using it for like the farm,
I'm talking like anyway. That's just what I've heard through the grapevine. They don't want anything over. I think it's like a 2005 or.
Well, that has to do with electronic logs and
that
DEF
too.
and all that other.
Yeah.
That's more than just
most
your
of the years that
windshields.
you see it with is like 2020.
Mm.
Anything pretty new.
Gotcha.
You won't see much cameras in these older vehicles.
Right. Yeah, I was going more for the logs and just technology in general.
Yeah.
In these
I mean,
trucks.
that's changed a lot too.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
There's been so many regulations changed just in the last 2-3 years.
Oh yeah.
It's wild. Is there a worst car to work on in terms of glass replacement?
No, I mean, every car is almost the same. It's just the way
You don't have one that you dread that you see coming in? Like, oh, fuck this. I don't want to do this one.
The only one I can think of is like an FJ Cruiser.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got a lot of parts on them, a lot of clips that can break. You end up having to replace the clips. It's just a hassle. I
Yeah.
think it's just time consuming because
Clips are just cheaply made, or what?
I wouldn't say they're cheaply made, but everything is made of plastic.
Well, right.
So then everything breaks. So then you got to replace the clips. You got to figure out how to get it off without scratching it. They're a pain in the butt sometimes.
Well, the vehicles themselves are barely metal anymore.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Is there a vehicle that has the most amount of cracks windshields? Because I think I know which one it is, and it's Ford's, in my opinion, and they all lose their windows. And I'm a Ford guy.
Yeah.
I haven't lost.
I
my
don't know.
windshield yet.
We see.
I don't
so
know if
many
we've ever had a
vehicles.
Ford pickup that didn't lose its window at some point.
Yeah, I mean,
Not lose it, but I mean crack all the way across.
Had to
I
get
see
replaced.
everything, so it's hard to say. I mean,
Hmm.
your Jeep guys, they're more. I see a lot of Jeeps because they got the up and down window, and it's gonna crack. There's no like pitch on it,
Right.
so
I
it's
didn't even think about that. It's just a straight shot.
yeah, it's just a straight shot. So I see a lot of people that they try because they make Gorilla Glass, and I've had people try that and they say, "Oh, it still breaks," and you're paying way more for that Gorilla Glass.
Like, what's the difference? Like, how much
It's
more?
supposed to be. Well, I don't know how much more. I think it's like $400 more.
Oh, okay.
It's up there, but it's supposed to be stronger,
Oh, right. Like, yeah.
more durable.
It's not.
It's not.
Just start putting bulletproof glass in. You ever done that?
No.
No.
Nope.
Not around here, probably.
No.
What are common mistakes you see people make with their auto glass, or even other technicians, without naming anybody?
I don't know. There's
No?
No. I don't know much mistakes out there. I mean,
Oh.
people have their way. I'm not going to criticize anyone.
Such a politically correct way to say that.
Yeah.
Oh, he just has his way. He's good.
Yeah, it's. I mean, everyone has their way how they're gonna do it, and I mean, people make mistakes. It just depends on the bead of the glass or bead of the glue.
Yeah.
It just some people do it differently.
You guys get a lot of leaks? Probably not.
No, I
I know
don't.
that used to be it's probably different glue nowadays than what it used to be.
It is. It is. I don't see very many leaks. If it is, it's something else leaking. It's like your sunroof leaking. I mean, we'll look at the whole vehicle before we think it's even the windshield, and normally it's something else that's
Yeah.
leaking.
The because it used to be what, urethane?
It's still urethane.
Is it still urethane?
Yeah.
It's probably a better
It's a
version.
better
of it.
version. I mean, they're all. I mean, I think they're coming out. I've heard through our vendors they're coming out with a primerless urethane, so you don't have to put primer on the glass, and it just glue.
Really
Yeah, I think it's already out. We haven't tried it.
interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if I'm.
It just sounds like it's a bad idea.
It does. I have to try it. I'll have to see. I'll try it on a couple and see how I like it.
That shit's tough to get off your hands.
It is. Even the primer.
Yeah.
Primer stays on there until you lose the skin.
Remember, we used to have buckets
Jesus.
and buckets of the whatever those wipes, those
Scrubs
scrubs in a bucket
yeah.
or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It's the only way to get it off.
Really?
Or the orange goop soap.
Yep.
Yo, Joe.
Yeah, there you go. What should someone do right after getting a chip or crack in their windshield? Call you?
Yes. Get it filled right away. The older the older it gets, the older the chip gets, it's harder to get it to fill. I've
Okay.
had a lot of chips. Oh, I just got it, and it looks pretty old. and I'll tell you, it won't fill right.
Right.
But everyone thinks these chips should just disappear, and it doesn't happen.
Right.
I mean, it's
I
not
mean, you're not like
right. It's
you're not like cutting out the chip and putting a little piece of glass in there.
right. It's not for cosmetic purposes. It's
Right.
for put a Band-Aid on it. So
That's
it
for
doesn't
I don't want to
crack
buy a
out.
windshield.
Exactly. Exactly.
And a lot of times you don't need to buy a whole new windshield either
No.
on a lot of them. But we kind of talked a little bit about weather conditions, but how do weather conditions affect repairs or replacements?
For like chip repairs, the cold doesn't matter. It'd be nice if it's like a warmer temperature. It's easier to make it turn out. Hot temperatures definitely they don't turn out. You need to have it in a garage where it's cool. And then replacing. I mean, it can't rain.
Right.
I mean, I've put them out. I mean, you can put glue on the pinch wall, and I've done it 3 to 4 degrees outside, you move really quick. You don't, I mean, when I spray, because we spray water on the lower to cut it out, my water's freezing to the dash.
Oh, jeez.
I had to do one out by I think it was Laurel.
Couldn't move it?
I mean, that had no. I don't know. I don't know why they even replaced the window. It didn't look like it was moving, but we
Vehicle's
did it.
not moving, but we need to get a new windshield put in.
We did it. We did it, and it was so cold. It's just one of those things. Got the job done and
Got
kept
out of
moving.
there.
Yeah. So
What myths about auto glass repair would you like to bust? Is there any myths out there any misconceptions?
I don't know of anyone.
I'm trying to think of some.
Yeah, think of one and I can bust it.
I don't know.
I really don't know any of them.
Yeah.
I don't know either. I just thought you might have one that people say, like customers might say, like, "Oh, I thought this about auto glass," or
My favorite part is people putting like tape over their chip repair
what do you mean?
to keep the moisture out. A lot of
Like
people-
after you do the repair, then they
no,
put tape over.
before they'll have like pieces of tape to
Oh.
keep the moisture out. That's my favorite. I love seeing that. I mean, it may help. I don't get me wrong. It probably does help. I just love it.
Yeah, it'd be funny if they said to keep humidity out because it's going to be there either way.
Yeah.
That's funny. This is I don't want to answer too much of this, but does insurance usually cover windshield repairs?
Yes, most of them do.
Full windshields,
As long as with full windshields,
like getting a full replacement.
yeah, they'll cover it as long as you got the insurance for it.
Gotcha.
I mean, I think for the longest time, State Farm was the only one that did not cover chip repairs, and I think we just started to see a couple claims. People having State Farm, they have policies. To cover it.
they didn't cover chip repairs, but for the longest time they were covering full replacement.
Yes.
On glass, as long as the deductible would hit a certain threshold. Obviously,
Yep.
now deductibles have gone
Oh.
up quite a bit in the last
See a
2
lot
or
of
3
thousands.
years. Yeah, and that's what you're gonna see. That's
Yep.
just the way the industry's
Yep.
going. So a lot of windshields, like Farm Bureau hasn't covered windshields for quite a while. I don't know if they ever have, and maybe it's been 5-10 years ago. We do chips though. We've always done.
Right. I mean, you have
Chips.
deductibles still.
We still have deductibles, but
Yeah.
a lot of those are just a windshield's less than 1,000,
Right.
so it's really not gonna. You're just not gonna.
It kind of just depends on your deductible.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Because we'll cover it. Like, obviously, we'll cover it if it's under. If somebody's still got a $250 deductible and the windshield's $500,
Right.
they're gonna get $250 of that covered.
Yep.
How can drivers maintain or protect their auto glass better?
I don't know.
Quit driving behind semis, or
I mean, how my dad says it. I mean, our speed limits are faster
Yep.
than what they used to be.
Yep.
They put a lot more, I wouldn't say junk, they put a lot more gravel on these roads, salt, a lot of salt. I mean, everything. There's a lot more trucking traffic coming through. It all plays.
Yeah.
So,
you're not wrong. There's really nothing you can do to prevent them
no.
besides just don't drive,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I mean, you
Leave it
got
in
to
the
drive.
garage.
I
Leave it
mean,
in the
you
garage,
got to
yeah.
drive.
Yeah, or stay
So-
off the highway.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean,
Just drive in Norfolk. Just never leave.
my favorite's the mower. I was mowing my lawn and
yeah,
I took out the side window.
that happened
It happens a lot.
at the car lot. It hit 2 of the vehicles. We thought we
Oof.
were getting shot at.
Mm.
No joke. It happened right out front on the corner of 13th and Omaha Avenue. There, 2 2 side glass popped out at the same time. Boom, boom. We had no idea what was going on, and then we found out it was just the guy mowing the lawn.
Yeah.
The one strip of grass
Grass.
that's out there. What's a typical day look like for you then?
We normally do our in shop first. I mean, we'll knock out maybe 5 or 6 in the morning and then head off to mobile. We do a lot of mobile.
It's free mobile service, right? Up to 100.
Up to 100. I mean, we go.
I heard that on the radio today.
Yeah,
So
we go up to Atkinson.
Do
So
you?
yeah, I go to Columbus a lot. I go Yankton. I've been to Yankton. I've been to South Sioux area.
and you
but
guys don't charge service on
just
that?
depends. It just depends. Normally, it just depends on what we got in the area because we'll build a whole day out. Like if I'm going to Atkinson, I'll have a whole day going to each little town of either chip repairs.
Well, that makes sense. It's just going for one would be kind of a
Yeah. So
difficult not
we
to
normally
charge,
have
right?
a big day to offset our
Travel
travel expenses. It just depends.
Do you?
I wouldn't say it's free mobile, but
That's what you said on the radio.
yeah, I know it says that.
Maybe get that changed.
I think it's like free mobile for a certain distance.
100 miles.
Is
what
it?
it says.
Is it?
I
Say
just
100
heard
miles?
it today.
Okay. So maybe it's 100 miles.
You're not the
Don't
billing
quote us
guy.
on that.
Yeah.
Somebody else does the billing, huh?
Yeah. I'm just going off of what the
I know.
radio
My
said.
old man does all the quotes, so he normally has an idea how to quote it out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, the first question is, "Are you here in Norfolk?" and
Right.
then go from there.
Right. Are
So-
most of your stuff around here though? Around the area?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we go to, Pierce. We'll run to Pierce. Today I was just in Batter Creek. I did too, and I guarantee. So,
And so you said you and your dad do a lot together?
yes and no. We have another technician. I normally work with the technician. My dad kind of does like the in office stuff, and then the shop stuff that comes through the during the
makes
day.
sense. I didn't know you
So-
guys had another technician. That's kind of
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. And then my wife is slowly she works full time with us now.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Is she doing what's she like in office?
She's in the
clerical
office,
stuff?
but I mean, she's learning kind of a little bit what I do, so she can if they have a
Dad's
job.
trying to replace you.
Yeah, better looking. But like if they got a window that comes in and we're not there, my wife and my dad can pretty much handle it. They can 2-man it. My dad can do all the work. She'll just help them set. Eventually, I think because she'll help with like helping the customers. She does already all the billing. It's just we need more help in the office. I'd say we average 18 windshields a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's busy. That's busy.
That's busy. That's busy.
That's busy.
So I mean, there's a lot of billing and
oh yeah, a lot of things to do, and you
Yeah.
got to deal with insurance companies. and
exactly, and that's a process anymore.
It is.
It really is.
I'm not going to hide around that
Yeah.
one. It's
It's a
difficult.
process,
Mm-hmm.
and they want it done a certain way.
Yeah. And
There's like a couple of, it's not insurance companies, but it's like these dealerships sell these insurance policies. Well, these insurance policies want us to take a picture of the vehicle, of the glass broken. Then they want us to take the picture of like the odometer and 4 sides of the corners of the vehicle. And then we got to take another picture of the windshield done after we're done with the windshield.
That's how they're selling these policies. So they sell these policies super cheap,
Yeah.
but then all the work's put on other people.
Yeah.
It's really what it is.
Yeah.
Same
And
thing with
it's a
those
hassle.
extended warranties.
Yep.
Same
And then
thing.
you're on hold for over half an hour just to get in line.
Yeah, because they only got 5 people running a
Yep.
a phone line thing. Yeah,
Yep.
It's wild. Some of those, I don't know how. Obviously, those dealerships make a lot of money on those things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 'Cause they're
I
not
don't know
paying
how
them
much they
money.
cost,
I don't know either.
but some of them are tricky. You may only have like a $500 limit.
Right. There's
So
limits on them. And,
if the windshield costs $1,000, they're only paying that $500. You have to pay the other $500.
right.
Most of them think the windshield's free if
Right.
they buy it.
Yeah, they do the limit instead of doing a deductible.
Yep.
Is what they're doing. That's
Yep.
all they're doing.
I've seen a couple of them that
Yeah.
the customer had to pay out. He didn't know that. He was under the impression that it was a full free windshield.
Got to read the fine print.
Yep.
It's just like those extended warranties. They cover everything except for the things that are going to probably happen.
Right.
Well, I mean, if people use common sense,
Well,
like
right.
your normal wear and tear stuff, your
Right.
extended warranties aren't going to do it. But I do think extended warranties in this day and age are a good thing for people to do.
As long as it's the right
Because-
company.
Well, even beyond that, well, yeah, but even beyond that, there's just so much shit like we just talked about. It's all the technology and
Mhm.
all
Yeah.
these vehicles that, like, if something goes out, your CPU or something goes out on your pickup, you're screwed.
It's
So,
just
like,
always so funny. They always fail as soon as like the factory warranty's gone.
That's
or
the time to get rid of
yeah.
it.
I just had it happen.
Oh.
I just put a new tranny in the pickup. Yep. About 5,000 miles after the warranty was up.
yeah, that's brutal.
Yep. Have you ever had a weird or memorable job that you've done?
I mean, there's a couple.
No names, just
Nah. I mean,
stories.
I wouldn't say they're weird. I've done a couple different jobs. Like how my old man took a vacation, and it's like Friday night. Some guy sitting at the hotel calls me at like 6 o'clock at night. I need this windshield, and I go to the shop because I'm that kind of guy.
Right.
I'm gonna make a sale,
Right.
and I go to the shop and I call him. I got it. Oh, can you do it tonight? Sure. Me and my wife go down to the motel. I don't even, what motel used to have not, is it Bailey's? That
Country Inn.
Country Inn.
Yeah, Country Inn. And he's sitting in some lawn chair drinking wine while we're installing this window. He's some kind of professor, just
Really?
passing through town. It's like 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and we're doing this window in the parking lot of the motel. And he's offering wine to my wife, and she's like,
jeez.
"Oh my gosh, no."
That was probably awkward, huh?
Yeah.
Goodness.
But that was a good story. I like to tell that story. It's just
It's weird.
yeah.
Any like big memorable jobs, or like with your first job maybe, or
I don't. My first job was like putting in 25 windshields a day during the hailstorm, so I don't even remember.
yeah, I suppose.
I mean, I remember some. There was a state trooper called us, and a piece of plywood came out of a truck, went through one window and collapsed into the other. I mean, I remember those jobs.
It's Final Destination all over again.
Yeah, and he got it on camera.
Did he?
Yeah, he
Holy
showed me the video. Maybe recently, maybe last year or 2 years ago, some gal was traveling through Norfolk, and this big a chunk of iron came out of a truck, went through her windshield, there's like a screen, cracked that, and hit the seat, put a hole in her seat.
Oh, that.
Yeah. I think I even have a picture of it on Facebook, possibly.
That's why I shouldn't drive. It's like my
If
biggest
that's
fear.
what's taking me out.
Well,
that's
she was
what's
keeping
taking
it
me
as
out.
a souvenir. I know that.
Did she?
Yeah.
God.
So those are the things I think about. I mean, I remember like the worst.
The worst ones.
Yeah.
No good ones.
I mean, no, they all are good when
Yeah.
they're easy.
Yeah. What's been like the most challenging repair? Where something maybe happened, or
I mean, the hardest ones is like, it looks like a deer went through the window, and the glass is all on the inside, and you're trying to cut it out, and it's just everywhere. Those are the worst.
yeah,
They really are.
it's probably really hard to cut out because there's no like you're not
Yeah, and the glass just
working
keeps
against anything.
breaking. You can't even get on the inside to cut it. It's just those are the worst. And then you got glass everywhere. You glove up, and you end up taking it out in pieces and putting it in the trash can.
Right. You ever end up with like pieces on you?
Oh yeah,
And finding them later at night.
all the time.
What am I sitting on? Oh,
My
it's a piece of
wife,
glass.
be walking through the house. I just stepped on a piece of glass. Sorry. Take your shoes off.
That's funny.
Or you wear your shoes and you won't step on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Put your shoes on. You wouldn't have stepped on
Get
it.
them slippers on.
Yeah.
Get your house shoes on.
Get the house shoes on. Yeah, we don't really. Have you had any like besides the one you already told? Any other funny or unexpected moments with customers at all?
Not that I can remember. I mean,
Or that you can tell?
I mean, there's a couple out there, but I'm not gonna.
That's fine.
They preach to you about God,
Oh,
and it's just like, oh man,
yeah.
and then they're just one of them that they keep like
Yeah.
shoving it down your throat, and it's just like, I believe in God.
Right.
I go to church,
Right.
but he's got his, and it's like he sent me home with a children's Bible, another Bible.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Those are the kind of customers I remember a little bit.
Yeah, we used to have people that came into the dealership and it was the same guy every time. He'd always bring a Bible in.
Yeah.
And just leave it on the, which is fine. It's just you just don't usually see that a lot of places. Worst weather to do a mobile repair in? Was it the snow one? Probably.
Snow.
The cold.
Cold, yeah. I mean, I'd prefer doing it inside. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Oh, obviously.
no brainer.
Do people not like they don't like offer to be like, hey, I could
Some
probably
people don't have garages. There's a lot of people that don't have a
What
place
about
to park it.
if there's two of you? I know I've seen a few people like mechanic shops will come and get the vehicle and take it to the shop.
Mhm.
You ever do that?
We do that a lot.
Okay.
If it's in town. I mean,
okay.
like I said, we're mobile, so I mean,
Yeah.
we're out in, I don't know, Hardington,
Well, you
Nebraska.
can't do
and
that, yeah.
you don't have nowhere to
Car wash.
Maybe. I don't even know if there's a.
I don't know.
Some
I don't know.
places don't have car
Yeah, I
washes.
know.
I mean, I'm just you do what you got to do sometimes and explain to them that it may not turn out.
Right. Make deals with some farmers and go do it in a barn or something.
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple customers that we've used their shop, but
Have you?
yeah, it's
That's
just
oh yeah, like a mechanic shop type thing.
yeah. I
That's
mean,
kind of nice.
it just depends on the location.
Bring a mobile tent.
Maybe.
That'd be difficult. It'd take you way too much time.
Exactly.
This nice little thing you just pop up and be good. Have you seen those? I saw a picture the other day. People, it was in Arizona. They have these like airbags for their campers. They're like I don't know what they're called, but they're like big to protect from the hail.
Mm-hmm.
You seen those?
Mm-mm.
You kind of know what I'm talking about?
I think I've heard.
It's like a
of
big
them.
balloon that goes
Yeah.
over their camper.
I mean,
So it's
is
like a
it,
camper over camper.
Well, it's sure.
is it like one of those cars?
Yeah, like a car one. Like I
Yeah.
forget what they're called though.
I don't know what they're called,
But
but
it like
I've seen
balloons out.
like super nice cars that
Yeah.
fill up with air.
Yeah. It fills
Yeah.
up there so it just bounces off.
Yeah.
Those work.
I don't know.
I guess you don't know. You've never seen
I've
them.
never seen them.
I just saw pictures like the whole neighborhood had them. Looked like they were all wearing helmets. All the campers are wearing helmets. It was weird. Obviously,
Concussion helmets.
well, yeah, you think you'd see that around here. I don't know if they're like maybe super expensive or something, but
I would imagine they are though.
windshield wipers. I don't know why. We're not gonna do this one. Ever cracked a window by accident on the job?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Even that
Um,
wasn't maybe a chip that you were maybe putting a new window in.
I was putting a window. Me and my dad. I think we were out in Plainview, and I was pulling out the window out of the van, and the wind caught me, and I smoked the side of the van with it.
If you'd wait a little bit more,
Yeah, just it's like
wind
a
won't
kite.
catch you.
It's like a kite, and I
Did
hit,
this happen after the other window was already
No.
out? Okay.
but I have.
Have you
broke-
ever had it happen when the other window was
Yes,
out?
yes.
Oh,
I
that
ended up
sucks.
having to go back to the shop. I ended up having one and coming all the way back to get their new window. And
Oh, jeez.
I've also put the wrong windshield in the wrong vehicle too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's probably a pain to
yeah.
switch out.
Well, I think the guy told me, "Oh yeah, it's a couple blocks over here, and the pickup's sitting outside." Okay, went over there, did the window, came back. Did you find it inside? You said it was outside. No, it's inside. Well, I put the wrong window in.
Jeez.
So he went over there to the guy's house to talk to the guy who I put the window in,
Yeah.
and the guy ended up turning it into insurance. Saved me, but
yeah.
I've done
Otherwise, you've been eating that,
it.
right?
Yeah, I've done it.
Oh,
So you
jeez.
took like some other person's window out of their vehicle
Yeah.
and just replaced it.
Yes.
did your good deed for the day.
Yeah.
Was it at least the right winch? Like, was it
Yeah,
for
it
the
was-
right
It
vehicle?
was for the right vehicle. It's just
It's
the
just-
wrong car or the wrong truck.
Funny thing is,
Poor communication.
as long as there was no chips or anything in it originally, they would have never known it was a new windshield.
Oh yeah, it was broke though. And then
Oh,
he
it
tells
was
me,
broke?
yeah, and then he goes, "Oh yeah, I had an appointment for it. I think it was out by, I think I was in Ewing,
Oh.
Ewing, Nebraska. He had an appointment in O'Neill for it. I'll have to call and tell him I got it done already." Funny thing is I think he told me it was his nephew that owns the glass shop there.
Oh, no.
I was like,
That's funny.
it worked
My
out.
bad.
It worked out in my favor, but
Right.
it has happened.
Oh, man.
Ah,
That's wild.
Did you find the vehicle? Yeah, it's done.
yeah,
Same
I
color?
don't think it's done, bro.
yeah, same
I
color.
figure, was it white?
I think it was like
Silver?
I think it was like a blue.
Blue?
Yep.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh,
Yeah, you just, yeah, whatever. That's funny. Craziest thing you've ever seen inside a customer's car while doing a repair?
mm,
No?
I don't have it. I mean, I've seen some crazy shit
Right.
inside people's vehicles.
Like what?
Oh, you never know. I've seen like a big old dildo
I knew that was going to be the answer.
Yep.
I knew that was going to be one
laying
of them.
right on
I'm
the
sure.
floor, and it's just like interesting.
Yep.
And it's a guy's driving it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Even
it's
better.
Like oh, or my
It's a weird location to keep
My
it.
favorite is you take the windshield out and you find a whole bunch of condoms in the headliner.
what?
Yeah. Like
How do they even go there?
hiding them
Really?
from the
Kids?
wife or the girlfriend? I don't know.
Up in the headliner?
Oh yeah, you'll see some weird stuff.
What? I'm not even gonna go
Yeah.
down that path.
Yep.
I've never thought about putting that there.
Yep.
I don't know why you would.
And then just leave
I've
it.
seen it.
Summertime, they gotta get ruined, right?
It's gotta.
I don't
it's
know.
Just gotta smell.
Well, that too. Every time they get in, why does it smell like latex in here?
Or I was doing a semi once, and there's a dead bird just hanging out on the dash. He like smoked it or something, and it flew into the
I just
truck.
left it.
Yeah, he just left it. It was just
I'm
dead.
gonna leave this for the auto glass guy.
And it looked like it was dead for a long time.
What was his buddy?
Yeah.
He kept him awake on long trips.
It looked
They had
crusty.
conversations.
It looked crusty.
Oh, that's
So
Ah.
there's some weird things.
condoms in the headliner.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a new one.
The other one I assumed would everybody kind of goes, hey, yeah, toys.
Yeah, I knew that was
probably
gonna.
been
I knew
seen,
that was
but
gonna be
yeah.
an
The
answer.
condoms in the headliner I didn't see coming.
That one's wild. That's Jesus. If you weren't doing auto glass, what would you be doing? Obviously not utility line.
I don't know.
Don't know.
Nope.
Not at all.
I mean, I always thought I'd probably get a job at like Nucor or something,
Yeah.
but this has worked out really well for me. What I'm doing.
That's good.
We're building a building. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know that.
Yeah. We're building west of the Nissan building,
Oh,
the new Nissan.
yeah.
They just finished dirt work this week.
Well, congrats.
Yeah. Yep.
Are you looking at kind of successing this then?
Yes. Yep. Me and my wife will eventually, take it over. My dad will probably still work for us, but
Isn't that nice to be able to say sometimes? Just-
yeah. Yeah.
Listen here, old man.
I keep telling him
I'm in charge now. Who are you?
We're doing it this way now.
You know
Well,
who
I
you're
already
talking
tell him
to?
that
I'm
now.
talking to the juice box boy. You're my juice box boy. Go get me a juice box.
I already tell him I already got your nursing home picked out for you.
Or you can do auto glass all day long.
Yeah. Yeah.
How can someone get started in this trade?
It takes I feel like it takes a lot of money anymore to get started.
Like
And then-
tools and
Yeah. Just to get the right tools and then to get the customer base.
Mhm.
Honestly, my dad's been doing it. He's been in this industry for over, I'd say 35 years. And
It'd
he's
be
been
hard.
mobile.
It'd be hard to have, like, if you were trying to start it on your own, right?
I feel like it would be.
Yeah.
It would be hard. You may be busy for like the first maybe couple months, but you got to bank on the return customers.
Right.
There's a lot of customers my dad's been doing business for almost 35 years with,
Mm-hmm.
and we just have that relationship with them.
That's good.
That's hard to beat.
It is hard to beat referrals, and yeah, it's.
Yeah. For the longest time, I think we just started advertising on the radio a couple years ago.
Right.
And other than that, we've been word of mouth.
Definitely. It's a weird. There is a lot of auto glass places, or there was at least.
I think there still is.
Is there?
Maybe a couple, 3 or 4 in town.
It used to be like what 10
Yeah.
for a while.
You still have the body guy, like the body shops will push glass too.
Yeah.
So
It's just not their. I know it's not their favorite thing to do.
No, you talk to a body guy, and most of the time they'll try and push away from it.
That's
but
what I figured. Because technically, those body shops are supposed to be full service.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Technically.
Yep.
Do you like? I was going to ask this earlier, but do you like doing the sunroofs? Do you do the sunroofs?
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, they're not terrible.
No.
Yeah, as long as you know what you're doing. A little more work. We've done a couple sunroofs, like that fabric that kind of rolls out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never do that again. We replaced one, and it was a nightmare.
Difficult.
Yeah, it was one of those jobs that should only took like maybe 2 hours, and it took all day.
Oh.
Actually, recent one, we did. Some guy drove like, I don't know, somewhere in South Dakota. It was like almost by Sioux Falls. He lived by Sioux Falls. No one wanted to touch his car. To put the sun, it was a big moonroof from back to front windshield.
That's what I was just gonna ask. Like my whole top of my edge is 100% glass. Like
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Not even like a sunroof.
No, it has a sunroof in it.
Yeah,
Like,
this was just a solid window. Like
the
your
whole thing.
The whole roof.
yeah,
was a
they're.
window.
I've seen those before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We ended up, the guy dropped it off for the day, and then we did it, took the next day, and then he came back a day after and picked it up. And he said, I couldn't find anyone willing to They said it was going to take too much time and the insurance wasn't going to pay enough.
Was it difficult?
No, I think
Hmm.
it took us maybe 2 hours, maybe.
Really? Because I was going to ask about the panoramic because that's what those are called, right? What you
Yeah, I
have?
think so.
Yeah,
where
I mean,
it's
if you
got
got the right tools to cut it out, I mean, we used their string tool. If you got the right tools to cut it out, it shouldn't be that hard.
Comes
but
out the same way as a windshield does?
most.
Those top ones?
Yeah, they're just glued down, urethane down.
Have you seen more of them getting damaged or not very many?
Not very
It
many.
seems weird that more of them don't get damaged.
No, not very many. I see a couple sunroofs. You'll see like it's cracked, but it's more of your side windows anymore. I see a lot of side because they're laminated. Your front windows are normally laminated in these newer cars. So I see a lot of them like a rock hitting it or mowing and it cracked it.
Side windows?
Yeah, I don't see a lot of sunroofs. Not,
Hmm.
I wouldn't say not very often.
It'd almost have to be hail.
Yeah,
Or
or something fell on it.
yeah.
I don't know.
Same thing with like your roof. It would have to be hail coming down, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've driven kind of in like small hail in it. It's like, shit, I don't
mean,
want to be in
You
there.
need like 50-cent hail to break a window, but to make damage to the windshield. I mean,
Yeah.
quarter will possibly crack it, but it's
Like high winds and stuff.
yeah. I mean, I don't wish on a hailstorm. I'm not praying for one.
Most people in that industry do.
I mean, I don't want it. It's a lot of work. My
You're
dad-
busy enough right
My
now.
dad says it'll make you or break you.
It's
A hailstorm will make you or break you.
100%. Well, then you get all the vultures that come in along with it.
Yep.
I know some of the body shops are kind of itching for something to happen because I think business has been a little slow.
Been a little. Well, I don't think winter was too much of a winter.
Not at all.
I mean, there wasn't much deer.
Mm-mm.
I've talked to a couple body guys, and
I haven't even put too many deer. A few.
yeah,
Just had one recently, but other than that, we haven't put too many claims in for deer
yeah.
this year. So it's kind of been
I haven't seen many deer this year, actually. This winter, like going through winter, I never really going to work. Yeah, never really thought of it. Didn't see many.
Yeah.
kind of wild. Going
Which
back
I'm
to
fine with. I don't like deer. So
Yeah.
they all need to be gone. They're nothing but vermins.
going back to getting started, we talk a lot about like the trades
Mm-hmm.
here on this podcast, and we talk about how it would be better to put in like $200,000 into a business
Mm-hmm.
than to go to school and not know what you want to do or get a degree that you're not going to be able to do anything with. Is that about the range that it could be to get into this?
I don't know.
Not sure.
I'm not quite sure what it would take to.
Because I would think it might almost be less
It may
than
be
like a plumber.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, it may be. I'm not quite sure what it would take.
To go full bore, it would probably cost more. But if you worked your way through, you
Yeah.
could start at a low level. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I
Yeah.
can build up to buy this.
I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah.
guys around that know how to. I know a couple of guys that put glass on the side, but they work a full time job because they can't make it full time.
right, because you don't have enough, you got to have enough jobs to
Yeah. I mean,
do it.
you're capable of doing it. It's just how do you get to the next level
Right,
of doing 10 a day
right,
to keep the flow through?
right. Is there any kind of training or certification that's required or could be helpful in your industry?
I mean, I've never done training. The only training I've done is for the calibration.
For the calibration,
Yeah.
which I'm assuming you probably have to do to be able to use or
Yeah,
be able to do the
yeah.
machines
We had
to
the com-
certify the work or whatever.
Yeah, the company flew down some guy to show us exactly how to use it and worked with us for the whole day.
Interesting.
Trained us. They have a couple other training, and there is classes. Like I could send the new guy that I got working for me. I could send him to like a 2-day school. But
Isn't it better to have you like teach them anyway?
I'd rather teach him what I want him to know and how to do it right, like my way.
Right,
I have a right way of how I want things done.
right. So they're not doing it like the other guys that do it the wrong way.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's wrong. Don't,
Fuck those other guys.
don't get me wrong.
I'm gonna get you to say
Yeah.
it before the show's over.
I'm not gonna say it. I won't say it's the wrong way,
I'll say
but I
it for
have
you.
my way,
Yeah, I got you.
and I like it my way.
Yeah, I get it. I
So-
get it. Do any of the insurance companies or places like that require you to do any kind of certification with them to be able to replace the glass? Do you have to have any kind of?
I don't know.
You don't know that.
I don't
for
know
sure?
if my dad has done some of that with insurance because he's more deals with insurance companies. I know he's had to fill stuff out to,
Mhm.
but I don't know if he's had to like do a certification or anything.
Gotcha. Because I know there are certain like body shops and auto glass technicians that can become like certified partners.
Yeah.
Where you get like it's just a partnership program. I just didn't know because I don't know if you guys are or not for sure.
I don't
but,
know. That's something I can look into.
Yeah, I'll
though.
check into it because
Yeah.
I want to say you guys were, but I don't want to misspeak. At
Yeah.
least with Farm Bureau, I think you guys might have been a DRP partners. I think what they call them, direct. I don't remember what it's called. But anyway, I just didn't know if you knew there was.
I'm
something you
not
had to
quite
do.
sure.
I'm
on
sure
that
there's
one.
something, but
Yeah, my dad handles more of that paperwork side,
gotcha.
behind the scenes, I guess.
Yeah. What do you think the future of this industry looks like with all the new tech and vehicles, like down the road?
I mean, it's.
Have you done any like autonomous driving vehicles yet that drive on their own?
I've done a couple tests. I've done a Tesla.
That okay.
Yeah, I mean that's different. That's a whole different way of putting the glass in too.
Why is that?
It's just like to even do our calibration. The hookup's different. It's just the technology, and it's a lot more advanced.
Same calibrator, or do you have to get a whole different?
I
piece
had to
of
get a whole
equipment?
new target. I didn't have the target when I did do it. But my scanner will do the work the same. But I had to get a special connector, and it's not even underneath the steering wheel. It's somewhere in the door panel on the passenger side. It's different, but I mean, it's definitely the higher up technology I've seen.
And
in
those are bigger
vehicles.
pieces of glass too, right?
Yeah, some of them are. I haven't seen. I think it's the Wise that it's like a full window, like it from back to front.
Oh,
I haven't. I don't even know if we'd be able to keep. It would take at least 6 guys to do that.
that'd be wild.
Some of. I mean, they sell like a crane, like with suction cups that will drop it
Drop
in.
it down.
Yeah, I mean they sell that stuff, but I mean,
Huh.
I haven't even seen one, so why would I? I'd
Does
probably-
Tesla sell the crane?
No, not that I'm aware of.
I mean, that'd be.
Why not though?
Yeah. I mean, pretty much you'd be. Yeah. Anyway, it's kind of like pharmaceutical companies that get you sick and then give you the thing to make it better.
Right.
Anything we kind of left out about the auto glass at all? That's kind of all the questions I had about that piece of it. We got we got some more stuff to go into, but
That's about it. I mean, we do tractors too. I work on a lot of combines.
it's pretty much any kind of glass.
I go out to Nucor. I do all their flat glass wise. We cut flat glass. We do the custom glass cutting.
Like flat glass for what?
Your tractors out there, it's cranes or the pulpits.
Oh, I see what you're
the
saying.
pulpit
Gotcha.
windows.
Yep.
Yep. And that's an ass kicker out there.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, these pulpit windows don't weigh that much. I mean, they're pretty flipping heavy. And then you got to carry them up 2 or 3 flights of stairs to their room. And I'd say there's like 4 of them that you got to carry and swap out. And you only do it when they're normally shut down when we're working out there.
Right.
So, but it's hot. It's normally the hottest day of the year. But yeah, we do a lot of combines, choppers, tractors. I mean, these new John Deeres, they got to take the whole cab off just to put the windshield in.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
And it's a big window.
I'm sure.
So we've done a couple of them so far.
And those, I'm sure, you have to buy those. You're not cutting those, right?
No.
Okay.
Normally, if we're doing a tractor, we normally have them bring it into the dealer, and the dealer takes it apart because I'm not a mechanic, not that kind of mechanic.
Yeah.
I'm
So
mechanically
you go do
inclined.
it like at the
the
implement.
dealer. Yeah.
I'm surprised the implement doesn't do that as part of their.
I don't
Want to deal
they
with it,
sub
kind of
it
like the
out.
body shop.
Yeah, they sub it out to the glass. I mean,
I guess so. You guys are professionals with the glass. They probably figure those guys will probably break them.
I would say we broke. I think when I first started, we broke a chopper window.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's a big window.
That's a big window, and
Are they just easier to break?
I
or
think
just-
something just got in the way, and we pinched the glass.
Mm,
So that was just one of those. It was a learning curve.
yeah.
We weren't charging enough, and we learned what not to do
Right.
for the next time, what to watch.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Anything else that we missed? Maybe that you guys do.
That's about it. I mean, we push about pretty much anything.
What's the number they can reach at?
Reach us at 402 750-9077.
And online at www.autoglassolutionsne.org. Anywhere else? You got a Facebook page, don't you?
Yeah, we got a Facebook page.
Is
I
it still
try.
Dan's Auto Glass? Is that,
It could be Dan's Auto Glass.
or
I mean,
Dan's Auto-
we operate as Auto Glass Solutions, but my dad, there's a lot of people when he first started, there's a lot of people that knew him as Dan.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it stuck, Dan's Auto Glass.
I wonder because I see it named different things at different
Yeah.
times or different
Yeah.
places. I'm like,
I'm gonna be
pretty sure
honest
it's the
with you.
same
This
company.
is the first time I knew it was Auto Glass Solutions. I haven't
Yeah.
heard it on the radio. I knew it as Dan's Auto Glass.
Yeah.
yeah,
Nope.
So I'm that guy.
That's all right.
that's funny. Well, as long as you don't got anything else on the Auto Glass side, we'll kind of move into kind of the rest of our show here.
Okay.
If you're all right with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nothing else you want to get out about the Auto Glass?
Nothing.
He's
I can
good.
think about.
Go
Do you-
see him.
Yeah.
Do you do other glass? Like, if somebody comes and wants you to do some flat work cutting glass for like replace a window pane or something on a house or something, do you do that type of stuff, or you don't do that?
We'll look at it and see.
possible.
It's possible. We have some of the glass. Just depends on what it is.
Gotcha.
I mean, there's a couple of jobs we will probably. I mean, I wouldn't say we'll turn down, but I mean, like motorhomes, they're a pain, and it's just the process. It's a pain. You end up having to ship the whole window in, and it costs so much. And then if it's like a rubber gasket, they leak. So then you got that chances of like blowing the fuse if it does leak. So then whose fault is that?
Right.
So I mean, we do a couple motorhomes here and there, but most of the time we kind of shy away.
Steer clear. Well, it sounds like you're busy enough anyway.
Most of the time.
Yeah. The next portion of the show, we kind of ask a couple questions about just a little bit of politics.
Okay.
Not a lot, just a little
Okay.
bit. So now that the election's over, what are you most looking forward to going into the next 4 years, if at anything at all?
I couldn't say.
Couldn't say.
No.
Do you think that the administration that's coming in will actually be able to accomplish all that they set out to do?
I think so. I think it's going to take time, though. It's not going to happen overnight.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are expecting it overnight sometimes. But
Some of it happened overnight, and then he's getting some pushback,
oh yeah,
and I think that's what's going to be the main issue.
the
is-
tariffs worry me a little bit.
Do they?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well,
I mean,
and what reasoning?
just the price is going up.
Have you seen any of that yet in the glass? Because I know a lot of that comes from overseas.
Our industry is trying to talk us into buying bulk more. I mean, I stock a lot.
Right.
I'd say we stock about 300 pieces on hand.
Holy, really?
Yeah, if I have it, I'll do it that day.
Wow.
I mean, we stock a lot of glass.
Wow. I didn't
So-
realize you had space. That's a lot.
We don't.
we don't have space.
That's what we're
I
building.
stock it. We don't have space.
We don't have space.
I stock it, but we're putting it in we're everywhere we can.
Yep, exactly.
That's good.
Oh, that office? Don't worry about that
Don't worry about
office.
that.
That's storage.
Don't open that door. It's okay.
That's exactly how it works. I got a van full of just tempered parts.
Do you?
Yeah, the van don't run.
It's just full parts.
It's dad's lawn ornament.
Just full parts.
Yep, I told him we'll probably bury him in it.
Yeah, there
it's
you
his
go.
first van ever. We
Yeah.
can't get rid of it.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, at least you're using it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're using it.
We
got
got to keep this damn thing. We're gonna
Yeah.
use it.
Yeah.
So,
But
no,
you haven't seen anything yet as far as
not yet. But I see it coming. I mean,
where's most of the glass coming from?
oh, it's everywhere. I mean, there's a couple. I think there's one manufacturer in the U.S. and I think it's like FY.
FY.
I think
Because is a lot of it come from Korea?
some comes from Canada.
Really?
I think so. I think there's a
Interesting.
manufacturer in Canada.
I didn't.
I
realize
would
that.
have to double check, but and then I think some glass China.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
We knew that.
Yeah.
I just always
mean-
thought some came from Korea too. Maybe I could be wrong.
It may. I would have to double check. I don't know.
Probably depends on if you're getting OEM. It's probably dependent on where that.
Yeah. I mean, some of these OEM parts aren't even made in the United States.
Right.
They ship it in.
Right.
So
Well, I guess just let us know when you
yeah,
start seeing
I'd have to do some research.
when you start seeing some price increases or something. But I think it's all for the good
I do.
in the long run. We always talk about on our other show that it's short term pain for long term gain.
Right.
So as long as everything can be.
And
just gotta get through it.
We'll just pass it on to the customer.
Well, yeah,
I mean, it's just part of it, and everyone's gonna understand.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's just part of it.
right. The only thing I see, and this is going to be in almost any industry, is where somebody like you just talked about buying in bulk, and then you do have the stock, and then now my question is, will you take advantage of people knowing that the price increased even though you did buy it cheaper?
We try not to take advantage of anyone.
That's what I figured.
We're pretty honest.
Do you see some people doing that
I
though?
do.
I think that's going to happen.
I do. I mean,
Yeah.
there's people out there that's gonna do that.
Shady people in the world.
Oh
that-
yeah.
Which is what makes the whole thing look bad in the first place. Is there's people that are going to take advantage of it.
Right.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. Now we're going to play a game called Would You Rather. You ever played before?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question. It's going to be two-parter, and you're going to say, would you rather do this or this, A or B? Okay, but you have to choose one or the other.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Sometimes we change the rules.
We can change the
We
rules throughout.
interpret what they're trying to say.
Yeah, we
sometimes.
interpret it a little bit.
Okay.
And then you kind of have to maybe give a why. I may ask you. And you may just answer it with the why.
Okay.
We'll see. Would you rather live a short life full of purpose and impact or a long life of comfort and ease with little influence? And I can repeat it if you need me to.
Repeat it. So I can think about it.
Would you rather live a short life full of purpose and impact or a long life of comfort and ease with little influence?
I think short. The first
Short
one.
life full of
Yeah.
purpose and impact?
Yeah. I want to make a purpose, or like I want to make a impact on life.
Agreed. I'm there with you.
Yeah.
And we
I
usually
like that too.
have a lot of questions. It's always a different one, but it's kind of the same aspect, and we always answer the same way. Short life, full of impact and purpose.
Yep.
That's good. Good answer. Would you rather always know the truth or live in blissful ignorance?
I'd know the truth,
100%.
even though if it's gonna kill me, I'd rather know it because it's gonna
100%.
bother me if I don't.
Right. Too many people are living in blissful ignorance right now. That's half our
People don't
problem.
have inner voices.
Yeah.
It baffles me. I don't understand it.
Would you rather be remembered as a good person who made mistakes or a great success who hurt others along the way?
The first one.
Yeah.
That's no brainer.
That's an easy one.
Oh, what? What was that?
Would you rather be remembered as a good person who made mistakes or a great success who hurt others along the way?
It's not easy. I'm just kidding.
Maybe. Well, it's a different.
I mean, I am kind of an asshole.
This
I'm
is
kind of
coming
that way
from
too.
the man of compassion over here.
I am
Empathy,
I
that's
am
what it is, empathy.
the most empathetic person in the world. So
Would you rather be able to change one decision from your past or see one unchangeable event from your future? Because I thought this one was kind of interesting. I'll repeat it. Would you rather be able to change one decision from your past or see one unchangeable event from your future?
I think I don't really want to see what I can't change. I'd rather change one of my past.
This one was tough. I thought about it even when I was writing it down for quite a while. I think I'm okay with seeing the unchangeable event because I don't want to change anything in the past that put me where I'm at.
Oh, that's true.
I know I've said that a lot. We've kind of talked to a lot of these, like you said, we have these questions that are very similar, and we've kind of done that this whole time. But I think I'm going to contradict myself here. If I can't, I don't need it. I've also been pretty clear on a lot of times I don't want to see the future.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take the lesser of two evils on this one. I'm going to keep the future because you lose everything if you can see the future, I
Yeah.
think. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go, I'll pick something to change on the past, I think.
Okay.
Even though I've kind of contradicted myself a little
Yeah,
bit on that, but
I'm kind of the same way. 'cause,
Is me or him?
My mistakes have made me the person I am today.
Right.
So
But he also does make a point, and I've made
Yeah.
this point before too, is that if you know something's coming, you may try to avoid it even though you know it's unchangeable.
right.
I think that's what makes this one a little different, is that it is unchangeable. You know going into it, you literally can't change it.
and that's kind of why I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
I'd rather change what I talk about. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to change the past, but this one,
Yeah. Because
everybody's got one thing you could change. I
Oh,
think.
yeah.
Like so I'm gonna.
I ate
yeah,
that
I'm gonna go
burrito
that
on
way.
Tuesday. I'll just go ahead and change that.
Yeah,
now.
it's gonna be bigger than that.
Would you
Yes, that's the worst thing I've ever done.
would you rather be deeply loved by one person or admired and respected by many?
Oh. That's That's a hard
I'll
one.
answer. So we've had this kind of question before. Deeply loved by one person is what I'll go with, because I could really care less about
Anyway,
being loved by
Yeah.
or respected by many people.
good point.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you really only have that one person,
one person.
anyway.
Yep.
So that's kind of where I went with that one.
It's tough. I don't know. I just don't like the word respect. Like, respect is huge in my life.
Mhm.
Like, I respect people. I want to be respected. Disrespect is something that I don't like disrespect in any context. So I think I'm gonna go that way. But I get where you're coming from. I kind of like that too. But
So you're going to go with the admired and respected by many?
yeah, I don't like the admired word, but I like the respected word.
Okay, so we'll just cut admired out and
Yeah.
then you're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm probably loved by the one.
Okay, that's a good
I like-
answer.
You guys are
Both are
both
good
married,
answers.
so
Yeah.
Now that probably helps us a little bit. Would you rather discover the meaning of life and be unable to share it, or help others find their own meaning without ever knowing yours?
I'd rather help others.
Me as well. I'd rather go that.
Yeah.
the meaning to life or the meaning to my life?
Would you rather discover the meaning of life and be unable to share it, or help others find their own meaning without ever know? So you wouldn't know your own meaning of life.
I think that's saying you can't even help. That's a bad question because if the way it's written is discover the meaning of life, how are you going to help somebody else? Like,
Well, the first one you can't help anybody.
I
So
know,
Yeah,
but the other one, you don't know the meaning of life,
but you try to help everybody. But you can help
but
everybody
you
find
so you
theirs.
never help them find it. You're like
You help them find
you're-
theirs, not
you're
yours.
trying to help them find it, but you can't because you don't know the meaning of it.
I don't know.
I want to know the meaning of life, not my life. I want to know the meaning of life.
Well, this is your life, but
No, it's not. It doesn't say your life. It says the meaning
would
of
you rather
life.
discover the meaning of life and be unable to share it, or help? Well, I suppose. There you go.
I think it's a bad question. Like it's written in a way that it contradicts each other. You know what
They're
I mean?
supposed to a little bit.
But I mean it. It literally. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Like it doesn't work the way it's written, in my opinion.
I suppose.
But I'm gonna go. I want to know the meaning of life and not be able to share it.
And you went with others.
I'll be selfish. I don't
Okay.
care.
Would you rather live a life where nothing changes, or a life where everything changes constantly, but you grow from it?
Say that again.
Would you rather live a life where nothing changes and you kind of just skate through life,
Yeah.
or a life where everything changes constantly but you grow from it?
I'd rather grow.
Yeah. My life's chaotic anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm okay with sticking to where it's at.
Yeah.
Changing I think change is good. I think like there's routines that you need to stick to, but I think having change is a good thing because then you never
Keeps
get
you on your
complacent.
toes.
Yeah, keeps your mind going too. I
Yeah.
always think some of these mind things that happen when you're older is you stop having to think. Really,
Right.
your day to day is just on auto,
Right.
basically. Whereas like I have to think every day. I can't just
Go in auto.
yeah. There's no way
Oh yeah.
I could. So I don't know.
Yeah, I want both.
This guy,
That was tough. Like I want to grow.
he's the worst
Obviously,
at this game.
I like chaos, and I'm fine with not keeping things as status quo. But there are certain things that have changed that make me extremely mad that it's changed on the macro level and the societal level.
Well, right.
That it would be so much better if everything would have just stayed here.
Yeah.
But
Well, let's just put
So-
it in your life. Just
No, I'm
your
fine
day
with
to day life.
changing. Fine with growing.
Would you rather have your thoughts? This is a funny one. Would you rather have your thoughts narrated by Gilbert Gottfried, or speak in the voice of Elmo every time you're angry?
I think Elmo.
You're gonna go Elmo?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm listening to Gilbert Godfrey.
I think
I'm going with Gilbert.
I'm going with Gilbert Gottfried
Yeah.
too. I'd love to have him narrate
I
my life.
really enjoy listening to him. It's especially when could you imagine if I'm angry and he's narrating me mad at somebody because they couldn't do the most basic thing and he's narrating how Vance is about to lose his mind. Like I can listen to it right now and that's where I want to be. I'm 100% on the Godfrey. Yep. Give me that.
That's good. That's good. You're going Elmo?
Yeah.
Oh man. Every time you get angry, you
Yep.
speak like Elmo.
That's fine.
Not in
It
your
make me
head. You're
laugh.
speaking like
It
Elmo.
actually make me laugh.
Elmo angry. Would you rather? Oh, this is a good one too. Would you rather smell like tuna salad forever, but you can't smell it, or have mayonnaise ooze from your pores when you're nervous?
Neither.
You can't. You got to pick one or the other.
The tuna.
I think I'm gonna go with the tuna as well. I can't smell it, so
I don't care.
you'd have a hard time attracting people around you. But
Yeah. I don't care what people think.
I think the oozing mayonnaise would have a hard time attracting people around you too.
just don't get nervous.
But I do like mayonnaise, so maybe I just like ooze it and then eat a sandwich. Like maybe that's what we're doing here. Ooh, look, I get a sandwich. Dipping some fries. I'm super nervous.
Hey babe, can you get nervous real fast so I can have a sandwich?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm probably gonna go with the tuna too. Just
Yeah.
The mayonnaise thing would be uncomfortable. That's why I wouldn't want to do it.
Well, yeah, you couldn't do anything.
It would
you
feel
just couldn't get nervous.
like you would feel like ugh.
You don't get nervous that often, though, do you?
No, not really.
So it wouldn't be that
Sometimes,
bad.
but not much. So yeah, maybe no. No, I
First
get
time
nervous.
meeting a girl, you'd already have lube ready to go.
Okay.
Would you rather sneeze glitter for the rest of your life or burp the sound of a pig oinking loudly every time you lie?
One more time.
Would you rather sneeze glitter for the rest of your life or burp the sound of a pig oinking loudly every time you lie?
Oh, I'm doing the pig. Glitter? You've tried to get glitter out of shit? No.
I'm going with the glitter. I think that'd be funny as hell. Every time you sneeze, just a poof of glitter's flying in the air.
I'm like the loudest sneeze too. Like,
Me too.
It's just yeah, like the whole house hears it.
That's kind of how I sneeze. I'm going to go with the oinking.
I'm gonna go with the sneeze.
Yeah, me too. I think it'd be funny as hell. I would just sneeze in your face all day.
That would fucking piss me off.
Just mid podcast, we're talking something real serious
Glitter
and just
everywhere.
boom, glitter bomb. What do you think, man? That's the show.
That's it.
That's it.
That was fun.
Liked it?
Yeah.
It's good. I could have probably done some more questions on the auto glass. That was quite a few though.
Yeah, there
We
was
talked
quite a
for-
few.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't know as much about it. Some of the side stuff, but
No,
now
it's
we
fun.
know.
Now you know.
Now
of
the
stuff-
people are gonna know.
That's some of the stuff I gotta look up.
That's all right. I threw a few curveballs, but
That's all right.
it's good. Keep you on your toes. Remember, changing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's good. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. You weren't nervous or anything.
At first.
Nah,
Yeah, I don't.
you dove right in.
Yeah, but
Usually, when
still.
people say they're nervous, it takes them like a good 10 minutes
To
before
warm
they
up.
to warm up and start
Yeah.
talking. You started talking right away.
I don't
you're
know.
good.
I was pretty nervous.
You're good. I am going to just plug our Swearing is Caring event real fast. So our Swearing is Caring event, April 25th at District Event Center. Our sponsors are Edgar City Insurance, Nebraska Health and Wellness Clinic, Box Drop Norfolk, 402 Golf, Voodoo Tattoo, FNBO, Kim Thor Chiropractic, Neidig Farms, Hy-Vee, the Nebraska State Fair, Whisper Skate Shop, Meyer Tool Service, Choice Foods in Madison, Main Street Market in Humphrey. And I think I added one today, and I cannot remember what it was. Dang it. And Farm Bureau Financial Services, Zach Miller Agency. Again, where can the people get a hold of you?
402-750 and 9077.
And then online at www.autoglasssolutionsne.org.
Yep.
Thanks to my co-host Vance Neidig. Without him, the show would not be what it is. Huge thanks to Nic Young. We really appreciate you making time for us today.
Thank you.
Have you back again sometime. We can answer those questions.
For
You can be
sure.
our Autoglass podcast, Autoglass
Let's do
guru.
it. Let's do it.
Perfect.
We'll get you right after a hailstorm.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're not
man.
busy, right?
Yeah, you're not
No,
busy.
You won't be
not
busy.
We can schedule it
Perfect.
for the day after, right?
Yeah, let's
You'll
shoot
be good?
for like midnight.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking like right at noon.
Oh,
We should be
man.
good.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the day.
Good to
Oh,
go.
We won't have anything
Lunch.
going on.
Lunch.
Yeah, easy.
We'll get them during the hailstorm.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, get you during the hailstorm, and then you can go.
He's
about
just
your
got
business.
dollar signs coming
Yeah.
out of his
Yeah.
head. Let's go.
Let's go.
Keep on the lookout for more great episodes, and we'll see you guys next week.